Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I want to thank you guys for watching that last video for pretty much everything this last summer. That's the Comic-Con stuff, it's the toy haul stuff. For the last video that you probably watched, it would probably be the Apocalypse BAF wave that I did. And yeah, it was okay, you know, but that's not what I want to talk to you today. I want to talk to you about why I do not collect BAFs or CNCs, Build-A-Figures, or connect and collect. I don't do that kind of stuff. But I mean, you can obviously see here, these are the only ones I have. I only have Apocalypse and I have Ares. These are the only two that I've ever bought, spent money on. So why don't I collect any of these things? Well, I mean, there's a lot of reasons, but I'll give you like a few. So like one of them is that I don't like to buy into the hype of stuff. Like people in these toy groups, they go crazy for the hype. Like whenever something new happened, like some sort of new toy, new Marvel Legends wave, everyone's just quick to jump on it, and that's a lot. That's, you know, people just get really into it. And I try not to get onto the, you know, the gravy boat or the train or whatever it is, you know, I don't fall in line with that. Another reason why I don't do it is because simply it's money, you know, like it's basically money. Like there's a lot of other things that I need to be spending my money on. Rent, you know, like over here in the Bay Area, San Francisco Bay Area, rent is not cheap. Rent is expensive. You know, you work hard for your money, and if $2,000 is not going towards your rent, it's going towards something else, well, you gotta set your priorities. And also, just to save money, you know, like I'm trying to get out of living in an apartment. I'm trying to own a home. It's very hard, very difficult over here. So put money away for that, but you know, try to spend a little bit of money for these awesome toys. And hopefully when I have a home, I'll build that freaking basement thing with the beautiful bookcases and all that. I really want to make that collection shine one day, but until then, can't really spend that much money, but you know, spend a little bit of money, you know? I mean, like, that's kind of the reason why I started doing these toy haul videos with the amount spent on stuff, because I like to get an idea of how much I'm spending every month on toys, you know? Although money is a really big issue, probably like the biggest reason why I don't really get into all the Build-A-Figures and collect and connects, it's a lot of time that you spend into getting it. So like there's two things that you can do. You either buy the set all in full, you know, from a website, and you get them all and you pay like the bulk price of it, right? Or the second thing you do is you try and find bargains. You try to find it in the wild, so to speak, and that's really hard to do. Like, so to give you an idea, for the Ares one, that was actually the second thing. Ares, I won a couple contacts from Steve Collects, and then I slowly bought those toys and connected them, but it took almost like a year. You know, like I could have easily just bought them on Amazon, but I was trying to find them in the wild for good prices, and like maybe overall I saved about 25 or 30 bucks total in order to complete Ares over here. And was it worth it? Well, in my opinion, Ares is a really good, like, I really like that figure a lot. So to me, it was totally worth it for getting all those figures. And the waves themselves were just, the toys themselves were okay. They were better than I expected because they don't really look good in the box. But when you get them out of the box, they're actually pretty fun to play with. But for Apocalypse, it was the complete opposite thing that I did. What I did was I spent $155 on the Hasbro website because it came on in stock. So then I had to wait for about 2 months for it to actually ship over to me. I opened it up, made a video about it, and the wave itself was a pretty good wave. Like, I liked all the characters in the Apocalypse Build-A-Figure wave except for Multiple Man. I don't really like him that much. But for Apocalypse, building him, he was actually extremely disappointing. Like, he's not great. You know, I wouldn't even say Apocalypse was really worth getting the wave for. I kind of regret it. And you know, if you were to get Apocalypse, I would say don't even like buy him on eBay by himself. Like the regular figures are much better, and you go for like the older Apocalypse wave because, I mean, he's just so small. Like he's not really that cool looking, you know? Also, you know, some of the Build-A-Figures, they kind of look really bad. I mean, I know there's a lot of love for the Marvel Legends stuff, you know, and Mattel is starting to try to get into the game again. They had their new wave with the Jessica Cruz Green Lantern, with Two-Face and all of those characters, and you can build Clayface, right? Clayface is one of my favorite characters, and I look at that Clayface thing, people are going crazy. They're saying like it's awesome. I actually saw one over the summer. and it's just super ugly. It doesn't pose, and like the guy was selling it for like $120, and I'm like, this is not even worth like 30 bucks. I can understand the rarity of it, but when you actually get and you play with it, it's not a good toy. Like it's more hype than anything else. And you know, that kind of ties it back together. For like first reason early on is it's really just the hype of getting all of them connecting together. With all that being said, you gotta collect what you love. And you know, I don't love the BAFs because they don't really strike me as these amazing things. And when you think about the price of them, like if you collect 6 toys and they're $20 each plus the tax, it's almost like you're spending like 150 or so bucks in order to complete a figure. You gotta ask yourself, was it really worth the $150 or whatever measurement you want to use? Was it really worth it to pay or build that figure? You know, but you know, collect what you love, right? Like I love a lot of stuff, but build figures and collecting connects, they're not for me. I'm more in it for the characters. So Apocalypse was one of the characters that I really wanted to get. Unfortunately, I wasn't really impressed with the toy. Anyways, guys, I want to know what you guys think, because I know that a lot of you are big fans of the Build-A-Figure stuff. You know, like, do you agree? What do you think? Like, what is the main reason why you stick with collecting those waves? Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Follow me on my Instagram over here, the usual kind of stuff. Until next time, guys, adios.